framing, get the structure up, the roof on, the exterior doors and windows to get it dry. Then we can work on both the exterior and the interior. Inside, we have our mechanicals, which is our plumbers, HVAC guys, of course our electricians will come in and do their rough ends. Insulation is next, and then we'll have drywall comes in, drywall painters, flooring, cabinets. We go as far as we have closet organizers come in and organize your closets. Painters, blind people will come in and put the blinds on their windows. Trim carpenters. On the exterior, we do the siding, gutters at this point, and then we'll do dirt finish spray, and then pour concrete, put driveways and sidewalks and things like that. So with that said, now we got an idea of kind of what it takes to get it done. So I want to cover who is involved. So as I stated before, we have all the subcontractors, the dirt people to clean up, and they all have a role, a part of that play. If we didn't have people involved, professionals involved, working with them, if we didn't have plumbers, we would end up with a house. So everybody plays, a critical role in this amount, in this endeavor, getting this work done. The biggest things that we look at as far as the steps that we take are quality and safety. Safety, number one, we don't want anybody getting hurt during the process. And then quality, we try to start with. We don't try, but we do start with. You start with good lumber from the good mills, good roofing materials, whether it's shingles or metal. Your flooring, your windows. Windows and exterior doors are you can spend a lot of money on windows, but you can also get some good windows and save a lot of money too. I think a lot of times people are paying for the name and they're overpaying, in my opinion. So with safety and quality in mind, and the skilled professionals that do the work, this is this is the teamwork that it takes for these developments to happen, these subdivisions or neighborhoods, however you want to name them. Sometimes you may be say you got family in Kentucky and you go up every few years, and you haven't been there a while, but you go up this year for Thanksgiving and you go by and you're like, well, there's a new subdivision, So now, with that said, you kind of know what it takes to get that put together. So, thank you for your few minutes of time, and if you got any questions, I can answer one or two questions if anybody's got any. So, no questions, I guess I did a pretty good job.
I thought it was really good that you tell the people, these windows are just as good as this membrane.
Yeah.
Because, people don't know that difference, and they're thinking, oh, I better get this one, it'll be more insulated, it'll do this or that. And when we built our house, we weren't told this was just as good. You could use that, and that would have saved us a lot of money.
Yeah, people, not to throw off on Anderson. Anderson builds a good product, but, you can spend, for an average house, you can spend $40,000 on Anderson windows, or you can spend $14,000 on a different brand. It's probably just a good window.
Mm-hmm.
And because I've run into warranty issues with all of them, whether it be Pella, Anderson, everybody has, it's one thing and this is what we tell people early on, look, if you're looking for perfection, you have to call someone else. We're building the homes out of trees, okay? And people are only human. It's not gonna be perfect. So if that's what you want, I'm not your guy. But apart from that, we do the best